Not in there. इधर देख इसके पिंक वाले में देख.
Hello, Master. Welcome to tonight's session. This is our last lesson with ma'am on soul design. And we start the session with the blessing of Pitama Brahmashri Patriji and Dr. GK sir. It's been wonderful journey with ma'am over the all sessions. And thank you so much, ma'am, for giving us this your wisdom and the knowledge. And I'm sure I resolve a lot of queries of my own, and we all have similar experiences. So thank you so much, ma'am. Yeah, over to you, and let's proceed with the next topic and last topic.
Yeah. Yeah, hi all. And today's topic is shamanism. What is shamanism? There are many times, maybe you all might have heard about this word. Many times, probably many have not yet heard about this word. But shamanism it's a tradition where in which it involves the practitioner interacting with the spirits, completely with the spirit world through altered state of consciousness. Okay, it is the culture from our ancient times, right? Earlier, when we call it as when we say the Paleolithic age, right? Shamanism was there at that time. Since then, okay, since the Paleolithic age, how they tried to communicate, how did they heal themselves? Even they might have psychological issues, physical issues. There was no medicine, no doctors, nothing, no technology has come where they could heal themselves. But how did they do it? So they had that naturally. They had inbuilt system. See, first thing is we must know that this human body, intelligence of this human body is not just as spark as we think. That spark is equivalent to 7 lengthy oceans. Okay, like if you count even one ocean, if you count, it's how much water it is, how many drops of water. When we are saying it's 7 times more than one, then how many drops of water? That is the wisdom this body is consisting with. This body holds that amount of wisdom inside us. And since in the primitive age, man didn't had a proper kind of education what we studied and the technology and everything, the inbuilt system, because all he has to rely on his own instincts and his own intuition. There was no other way go, right? So the built up naturally, the all the siddhis what we talk, anima, lagima, garima, mahima, all this whatever we thought, this system was naturally an awakening state. All the skills were in awakening state, so they know how to heal themselves. They used to heal others also, right? They know communication because they were very strong with the connection with the nature. So everything related to nature they could understand. They could speak the languages of birds, even oceans, trees, minerals, everything. They could listen to them, they could speak to them, they could communicate. Even today, now we are learning how to communicate with plants. Many people have communicated, but this was not something new which we are learning now. We have this ability since many ages. You might have seen your grandparents performing puja and some ritual and be connecting to the tulsi plant every day. They know how to communicate with the tulsi plant. Whatever they ask question, they get an answer from the plant. The communication with the plants, the communication with even the minerals, even with the nature was so strong, right? In my own life, I have experienced many of things like this. I used to ask any question to a plant, it used to give me an answer. Heavy rain is happening, I have to go to a party, rain is stopping me. So say, why can't you just stop? And I saw many times miraculously rain simply coming, stopping it. That was a wonder for myself. Of course, I was scared also at that point of time, looking at my own things. What is happening? Am I going mad, or really is it a coincidence, or really something from me? Things are happening. There are many times I have seen this. So this is the inbuilt system of every human being. We all equally have the ability, but in those times, this were at the priority. This was the only system where people used to connect to themselves, connect to other animals, even with animals, or not only plants, even with animals. Now we know how to talk with our dog, how to talk with our pet animals, but even to wild animals we can talk. Okay, I know a story. I think you all might have been aware of it. I'll just repeat it quickly. Once there were 15 lions scratching onto a dead animal, right? And there were 10 tribal people who were just waiting for a moment, because they also need the dead animal, some part of the dead animal. So they were waiting for the moment so that the animal scratch that part, lion scratch that part of the animal, so they can take it. Now the 15 lions scratching one dead animal, and for one part of that animal, these 10 people are waiting there, right? And once the thing was out, one man stood and started walking towards it. One lion looked at him and he just stopped. Every other lion, the rest of the 14 lions just stopped. Then again he stepped another step ahead. Then again all the lions were stepping back, right? So now another man also started standing and moving, stepping ahead. So all these people started moving ahead, and all these 15 lions stepped back and hid themselves into some bushes or anything. They came, took that organ, and they went back. Right? And why? How could this happen? How could they do this? Because they know how to focus. They knew that system of how to, what is intellect, how to focus on it, and how, what, when you are focusing on something, you are actually not seeing anything in the mind. Nothing else is existing. So when nothing is existing, even the other animal in this human, these people, the crowd, the men who were standing, in their minds lions did not exist. So when they went as closer, even the lions went away. Right? That was a communication. That was a straight kind of invisible communication they had. Right? That's the reason we try to, develop even that point nowadays. Like, focus on whatever you focus on, that becomes your reality. Why are we saying this? Because focus means a communication. It's a way of communication. You are communicating with that aspect which you are wanting, and you are communicating with that aspect which you are not wanting. Okay, focus is that combination of communication of what you want and what you do not want. Right? So this culture, when it was there, this ability was there in ancient times. Since Paleolithic age, people dealt with all kind of occult science. Above the world, stars, galaxies. How is that Jantar Mantar? Today we as a tourist, we go to places and we see Jantar Mantar, and even in Konark, all the spokes, that wheel of time. How did they make all this? What was the idea? Right? Everything was happening. So for a shaman in this tradition, because of the tribal state, early man had this ability, this intelligence inside. The usage of intelligence is the result of whatever we are today, right? But whatever we are today is not an outcome of just one day or one moment. It was an outcome of constantly the early man began to research and walk and start manifesting his own expressions, right? So the quality shamanism is a tradition. It's not just a tradition, but it is a way of living. Right? And most of the healers are shamans. Most of the prophets, like messengers, what we call, they are shamans. And healing the sick, all kind of doctor community. right? Everyone comes as a shaman. Now, spiritually, when we say physically, mentally, and spiritually, mentally, when we go to the part, mentally, what is that we are healing inside? Mentally, our fears, all related to fears, right? Anything related to love, there is nothing to heal, but all related to fears, we need to heal. So everything, all the healing is happening towards all the factors related to fear, whether it is our survival issue or anything, or even nightmares or anything, anything we are seeing. Spiritually, when we are seeing most of dark shades, the darkness more, and we are connecting to the dark energies, all this kind of healing is happening. And every shaman has an always like, who is a shaman? If it is a point, we know from our way of life, how are we living, what is the style we are living, right? In that we can we can make out how active is the shaman inside us. And every human being is followed invisibly through by a shamanic ancestor. We all have. There is a shamanic ancestor is always following us and putting us into a direction where we are actually born for, right? So all these things, it is like connecting with nature, healing self or community, all the spiritual practices, or you can say being sensitive towards life, and intuitive, being intuitive. Okay, the personality has got all these qualities, right? It is not only communicating with every element of the nature. Totally, shamanism is all about you are saying it and the other element has heard it. Okay, that is a quality we develop. And then the stages, when we say the first stage of shamanic practices, you there is the stage is all about creating a vibrant health. It involves mostly grounding. Grounding is learning to be present in the body. Most of the time, we do not know we are in the body or not. We know, like consciously as a knowledge form, we know that yes, I am inside the body. But how well to be grounded in it, how well to accept the body the way it is, how well to value this body, how well to understand the intelligence which is there in every cell of our body, is all about connecting, creating a vibrant health, right? Setting your intentions, and there's a commitment towards your own body. There's a commitment, like you are there, and as long as you are there, you are there. We cannot divorce our body, unfortunately. You know, the day we divorce, we are out. You know, that is called death. Right? So all these things are there. The first thing is always creating a vibrant health. The more you are focused on your body, the more you are honoring your body, you are respecting and accepting the way it is, healing, trying to heal every sickness from wherever the root cause is. Every thing what we do to create a vibrant health is the first phase. And second phase is implementing a self-care plan. Okay, every day it is about you are reflecting on your thoughts, you are aligning to positive feelings, thoughts or emotions, all these things, all kinds of positive. Other than positive, you are not seeing anything, you are not listening anything, you are not sensing anything. Okay, you are working in all this. Shamanism is actually a 7 years program completely. You know, when I did most of the practices I did online only. This only for some time, 3 months I had to go. There was a time like in the practice we were asked to go into a dark room. Okay, and the dark room was just like a tent, and it is made inside a desert kind of an area. Okay, only sand is there, right? And it's a dark room, you are supposed to sit there, nobody beside you. There is no light, no phones allowed, nothing is allowed. And what is happening all night? How many fears you have come across? All the fears of death. What is happening? You suddenly you might feel from the sand something is moving, maybe a scorpion, maybe a snake. All kinds of thoughts starts opening up. Till then you are fine. Oh, this I can do it. This is completely a 10-day program. Oh, it is wonderful, I can do it. But once the night times begins, there's absolutely no light, and there's a chill wind breeze only, which is you are able to listen to that sound. And that sound also, trust me, it is very scary at that point of time. Okay. And uh, dealing with all this, like, and at the same time your task is to be playful, and always feel curious and excited about whatever is happening in the external part. It was impossible. First day it was terrifying. Second day it was horrifying. you know Third day, helpless situation. We don't know what to do, nothing can be done. Fourth day, we are trying to creep out help and come out of that and don't want to be there. But fifth day, we are slowly settling down. By the 10th day, we are terrific. We are completely different kind of people. Now nothing affects us. We know it's all in the mind, and what you focus on your mind, how you trigger yourself towards whatever thought you have in the mind. Okay, this is like you are implementing that part. And now the third stage comes at calling in your soul family. Soul family is people who you are with, the group of people who match your vibration. See, this is a very tricky thing here, right? Now, who matches with our vibration? Everyone around us is matching with our vibration. If not, the other person, the one person, anybody rather, is not even coming to interact with us. So when we say soul family, we immediately think about, oh my God, soul family might be that, might be this, maybe this group of people, maybe that group of people. But everyone, we all are a huge amount, big family. Right? Soul is just a purpose. What is soul? It's a purpose. So we are all living with our own purpose. Whether we are aware of it or not aware of it is a different thing. But we are here because of some purpose. And we don't really need to know about what is the purpose, because the intelligence that created us, it knows what is the purpose. But we have to learn the surrenderness. Okay? When I'm understanding this, and that is the next step where you are stepping into your own power, where you are choosing yourself. Today, Tanuja gave her experience. The minute she chose herself, she revived back her energy. That is, you are stepping into your own power. Whenever you choose yourself, whenever you are choosing yourself and you are standing for yourself and not hurting anyone, because when you are choosing yourself, you know everyone is your reflection. So you are equally choosing everyone at the same time. Right? I'm only by telling the other person, I'm telling to myself. Right? So when this is happening, you are actually getting into your true power. You are that abundant power which has been dormant all the time. And the fifth step comes is you are manifesting your mission. You are manifesting your mission is it is the inner wealth to external wealth. Right? Connecting to that abundance. It is like once you are in your power, you are able to manifest, right? You are able to manifest whatever you desire for in life, in your reality. So inner wealth is taking, the spirit is taking the form of a matter. Right? Energy and its matter is called yoga. Right? So this internal energy, internal spirit, the force which is there is taking the form of a matter. It could be anything. So wealth comes whenever we are talking about property, wealth, or anything. That shows how your inner spirit is, inner abundance is, and how your, again, the point comes where your state of mind is, in the poverty consciousness or prosperity consciousness. Right? A person with poverty consciousness, in spite of holding crores of rupees in bank, will always continue to cry, I don't have, this is lost, that is lost, everyone is having, I am not having. This will be their a continuous program. But a prosperous being, in spite of having a zero balance, will say, oh, it is abundant. There is there, everything is there, available. The minute I want, it will come to me. Okay, there should be a need. Once the need is there, things will come to you. We have to create a need. Whatever you want, create a need for it. Then everything will flow miraculously. Okay, this is the phase. In this phase, in the fifth step, you manifest your mission of knowing yourself. What is your mission? You yourself are your mission. So knowing yourself and manifesting yourself is the biggest mission. And what you are, what are you manifesting? Whatever you are, you manifest, right? And the sixth stage comes, allowing your the creative spirit to run free. Always being free about whatever your thoughts. You're not thinking anything. You're absolutely allowing everything to happen very quickly. Okay, spontaneous. You're being more spontaneous. Like you thought about it and you did it. Right? Whenever you are allowing your creative spirit, this kind of spirit, to run free, whenever you leave yourself run free, everything flow, wonderful things flow into our life. But when we keep on thinking, no, this is not maybe the right time, or that is not healthy for me, this is not good for me, things will not work. Maybe my health, I need to take care of my health. For example, I need to take care of my health, and I know I have to eat only this little of food. But if I keep on thinking in my mind, oh my God, my health is not good, I'm not supposed to eat this, I'm not supposed to eat that, I will always be sick all the time. In spite of having a balanced diet, doctor schedules and everything, I'll remain sick. But if I say, what will happen? At the most, what will happen? Nothing new is going to happen. Let me have. When you are allowing your spirit to be free all the time, right? Then you are actually becoming healthy. Your body will start listening. Yes, there is a mark every time. You are listening to your body is different, and listening to your instincts, listening to your sense organs is different. Okay, what is greed, what is abundance, you need to know. Okay, once you have the knowledge, you know what to do it. So this step is all about balancing and allowing the free creativity to run freely. And the next thing comes into sharing your gifts. Everyone is born with some or the other gift in the world. Everyone has. And how well we are sharing it. Okay, sharing does not mean you are doing it as a service oriented or you're not doing as a service oriented. It's your choice. Right, however your choice. Say if Ambani says, I'm giving a geo free for people, it is his choice. Okay, that is how you are getting tuned to. Everyone is stuck with geo because it has come for free, and we got so used to that technology, that company. Now we can't think about anything else. Okay, so that is how everything comes. Now when you are sharing your gifts, share your gifts with not having any expectation out of it, not on the point of some expectation. Whatever it could be, it might be good, it might be whatever it is, right? You are sharing your gifts is actually knowing the worth of self-realization. What is self? Self is there everywhere. If you are realizing yourself, that means you are realizing yourself in everywhere. So if I know something, that means everyone knows it. Right? So obviously, whatever I know, the minute I'm seeing myself in everyone, everyone will anyhow know. Not only through me, through n number of other forces, other frequencies, they might come to know. Right? So these are the 7 steps which flow in a proper to a person to become consciously awaken the shaman inside. And there are 3 worlds shamans basically follow. First is the lower world, middle world, and upper world. When we talk about the lower world, we are talking about our ancestors and visiting the power animals. right? Mostly the power animals. When we are digging down into the earth, completely going into a tunnel, or entering a cave or a forest hole or whatever it is, you are entering into the nature, all the element of nature. So when we are going there, you are actually connecting to your ancestors. You might be connecting to your spirit guides, who are mostly with the animal heads. Okay, they are completely, they walk like an animal, they speak like animal, and you might even feel completely a human being, proper human being, but they are walking like animal. Mostly we are scared with those kind of things, because our horror movies have showed us as some evil and all these things. So that's the reason, as an evil spirits or anything, that's the reason we are scared to see this aspects when we connect to the lower world, right? We used to call as Nagaloka, Patal Loka, all these things. This knowledge was not something new. In every tradition, this knowledge has been given. The stories were different, but we have a lower world. Lower world does not mean you are very low frequency or low energy vibration, all this. You are knowing the path of this, the evolution of this earth, how it has born and how it has come to wherever you are. You will get along with all this knowledge, right? And now comes to the middle world. When we talk about middle world, it is the world of density. It's a three-dimensional plane. We all are in the middle world. In this middle world, we are connecting to nature beings. We are even connecting to the spirits who are just wandering, not knowing where to go, whether to lower world or higher world. They're just wandering. So we get to connect to all these people. Whoever needs healing, or if we also need to heal something, these in this middle world, there might be some spirits who just enter inside and then get the healing done. Okay, any shaman knows to attract, and the real shaman is a person who can see through darkness. Owl is a real shaman, you can say, the bird of shaman. Owl and eagle, vulture, all these things. Okay, you can call them as shamanic power animals. How do you connect to your power animals? Is when you frequently see a bird or any animal and you start liking it. Anything, you start liking it. That is also liking you. You are also liking it, and that is also liking you. Other than the pet animals we naturally have, but other than that, when we are frequently seeing, maybe in our dreams, frequently we are connecting to a power animal. Any animal, we need to cross check. Not every animal we come across is can be our power animal. Our power animal is something you have to clearly check by asking questions. If you are my power animal, I want to see you. Give all kind of conditions. I want to see you today at so and so time, so and so place, where we are logical people. Understand it logically. If you are that my power animal, then I want to see it like this, where there's no chance of seeing at that point of time. Then you will begin to know what is your power. If it is your power animal, under whatever circumstances, it will appear in front of you.
Ma'am, sorry.
Sometimes you can check. Yeah.
Quick question here. When you say power animal, and even if you figure it out that this is your power animal, what you're gonna like, how does it help?
It helps in every aspect of you. It helps you heal. It helps you in manifesting whatever you want.
How?
That is what is a power animal is.
No,
You
but
want to
what I'm
suddenly,
trying to understand
for
is how
example,
to use them to manifest. Like, do you think about
no,
them?
no,
Do you
no. You
ask
don't
them?
use them. You call them. They come to you when you need the most.
And
Say, for
they
example, I'll give an example. I think that would help. Maybe one of our close relative, very far, is very sick, and there is no point we can go and reach. And we are feeling so helpless that we are not able to help and reach them and help out. And that relative is also desperately wanting our presence, but somehow things are not happening. Neither they are able to come, neither we are able to come. This is the time, actually, the power animal helps us, it will create from nowhere, it will create a situation for you where you will land up there and do the needful. Sometimes you might have heard, miraculously it happened. I never thought I would do this. How did this happen to me? How is this happening?
So these power animal work like angels, is it? You call them and ask them to help you and they will help.
No, 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 no. Power animals are animals only. That they are your power. They are
How do
your
you
power.
ask help from them? That's what I'm just not able
You
to.
have to first connect. What you have to first know what is your power animal.
Okay. I don't like
Every
any
power
pet,
animal
any
is
dog, any
connected
nothing.
to you have your power animal is connected to one of your most dominant element inside your body among the 5 elements. Right. My power animal keep changing all the time. Sometimes it is lion, sometimes it is eagle, sometimes it is owl. Every time,
How do you
sometimes it
know,
is
ma'am?
dolphin. I know. You will
So
also know when you connect to your power animal.
how will we know who's our power animal?
How do you know that so and
It will
so
come in
child in your
meditation.
house is your son or your daughter?
Yeah. Okay.
How do you know so and so person is your mom?
This topic actually I'm hearing for the first
Intuition.
time, so I'm just little not
Yeah, I know, I
trying
know,
to make
I know.
sense.
It's an intuition. That's the reason
Okay.
shamans are highly intuitive and highly sensitive. They can sense the frequencies. They can
Yeah.
sense. They can
Okay.
understand the language. Immediately, you suddenly when you I'll share one of my experience. Sometime back, I was just doing my breath work. Okay, many years back, I was doing my breath work, and suddenly saw that I was very sure my entire body is not this human body, but it's a snake. And it was not that very good experience because the skin and every texture, the inner flesh of a snake is not that very good. It is very sticky. Okay. Okay. And completely going through this, and then I'm wandering in a forest. Okay, very deep dense forest, and I'm connecting to a tree, trying to enter it. I'm not able to enter, and somehow I pulled and I entered it. Then after entering it, I entered into the world of snakes, completely the world of snakes, where there's so many welcoming me and asking me to come take a chair and making me sit there. There were so many, all the snakes are suddenly dancing. See, these are the things we know only from movies. Okay, so after coming out of this experience also, I have become too sensitive. My smelling thing was very active. Those point of times I could sense very quickly what is happening and what is not happening. It was like I'm a face, my head is full of what do you call, ice. I can, any direction whatever is coming, I can sense, I can literally see. So these are the whenever you are connecting to any power animal, you are actually connecting to its essence,
Yep.
and all the qualities are active in it, like shedding
Okay.
of the past, the old skin, how snake does. So I can very
Yes.
easily forget the past. It has come to me very naturally. I can forget it and I can move on. Okay, moving
Yep.
on all the time, always reviving myself into the new texture. All these things have come. So power
Yeah.
animals come to you wherever you need a change, a shift in your consciousness, and they
Ma'am,
help
can
you
I
to reach
just
to a point. Yeah.
quickly share? I had my biggest fear was snake, and I always felt if I see a snake, I will, straight away have a heart attack and I'll die. Once I was coming from on the road and I was in the car and I saw a snake, crossed the road. At that time, I just started meditation, and Mahavtar Babaji came as well. And on that very night, I had a dream of snake. After that, somehow that fear is gone. Like I'm not that fear of snake. It could be like once now that you mentioned.
See, when you are seeing, if you have connection Okay, breath is the common connection in plants, animals, minerals, everything. It is a language of everything, right? When you are connecting, you are able to, when you are seeing a snake, there is a fear, right? Even
Yeah.
if we see a lion in front, we'll definitely feel
Yes.
scared, right?
Yeah.
How much ever in our own inner world we are very scared, we are might be going on rides with the lions and everything,
Yep.
but it comes in front, everyone will be scared. It's a common thing,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
And now when this is happening and you are connecting, your awakening is there inside because of whatever practices we do. These practices actually take us to that secure zone and make us understand you don't have to, because once you are friendly with even any animal on the earth, like not water animals, I'm talking about earthly animals, we're walking on mud. Every animal moving on the mud will be only helpful to you, they will not harm you.
Okay.
That's a communication which goes
Okay.
right. And if I am friendly with watery animals, like dolphin is my very close friend, and any water animal will not harm me,
Hmm.
because from inside the essence is understood. Animals understand and can sense the vibration more quickly than us.
Yes.
So they sense if you are scared, they are also scared, right? But immediately they say, you don't worry, I'm not harming you. It's a
Yep.
communication that can happen, right? Of course, power animals is a lengthy
Yes.
subject. It will go on.
Yep.
Just to give a brief, these things are
Yes.
there. Power animals, and they are like, there are, you can call them angels, where they come to us and they can heal us. They can, fulfill whatever we want. Any spirits, whether it is power animal or spirits or ancestor spirit or any spirit, whatever is the shade, they only connect to us when we really need, and when it is important, and when it is really needed, and it is going to benefit the community at the larger way.
Yep.
Okay, they come. And the middle
Yep.
world is all about, it is about the lower world. When we are connecting to power animals, it is about, we are dealing with the lower world. And even in chakras, we talk about lower chakras, where Mooladhara, Swadhisthana, and Manipuraka, right? These three chakras. Now, what are the qualities where lessons we need to learn in these three chakras? All that is learned from the lower world also, right? We call it Brahma Granti. All survival issues, all related to survival is taken care of. Now, when we are coming to middle world also is the earthly plane, where we are talking about our emotions, our fears, our love based or fear based, whatever is the emotions, thoughts, feelings, and sensitivity, whatever we are sensing, everything, right? Related to, it is related to our Vishnu Granti, that is Anahata and Vishuddhi. Whatever we are feeling, whatever we are speaking, communicating, all these issues related to this is healed. And now when it is coming to upper world is about sense of being whole, right? Now you are connecting to those spirits who have the knowledge of the higher dimensions, about the galaxies, all this, right? All now Archangel Michael, or whatever names all we call, these are all celestial beings. They are they give us the kind of information about the other upper side of the world. Okay, it deals with our Agna Chakra and Sahasrar, all the light beings, right? So every world you are actually learning something of the other in its own force, in its essence of force. Spirit, what is spirit? It is a force. So we are learning it. So shamanism is totally learning to communicate with all beings of the planet, whether it is human beings, plants, animals, minerals, or all the five elements of the nature. You know how to communicate. When you know how to communicate, you know how to take its help, right? All this starts opening up, right? As logically, because if we are listening for the first time, it is very difficult. Even I have gone through these things. How do we correct to earth element? How do we call it? How will it? It is like, beyond the thing. How will I earth now is going to talk to me. How will everything talk to me? Then I could connect to my, because I was very religious because of my mom being very religiously puja part and all. So I was in that. I know communication with plants is possible. When communication with plants is possible, then communication of this elements is also possible. With the fire element, with the air element, every element is possible. And when we are breathing, we are communicating with the air element only, right? These elements are also healing us. So the fire element, because of the fire element, our bodies are nurtured by the food it has been taken. Plants are also taking its food from the sun light only. So these elements are nurturing elements, right? So when you communicate, you are actually, when you are connecting to them, you are actually communicating, right? So the communication skills begin to develop as you go into this kind of system. So totally more of spiritual practices, not more of, in the sense, not quantity, where the quality, you're being there. That's the reason, I always say, when you're sitting for breath work, let nothing else comes. You're just with your breath. Let breath do whatever it has to do with you. Allow it to do. You are only surrendering yourself to the breath and being there. If you are going to any homam or anything, any kind of ritual, the fire element, you are only connecting to the fire element. Whatever it has to do, let it do it to you, but you are there near it. Okay, every element is actually you. Whenever you focus, you are communicating. And if we are aware, we know what we don't need to know at all the times what we want to communicate, because many times our minds take over. We just want to see what it is. I want this, I want that. So many other things might come, but communication happens through your breath. Your breath is the beautiful communicator. You are sitting close to fire, just do your breath work. It knows what to communicate. It knows what to take you. When you are with water, just connect to your breath. The breath is the language of your soul, of your purpose. It knows what to communicate and what to gather for you. It will do everything for you around, and whatever you need, whatever qualities you need to develop and awaken inside, everything will happen. Okay, we have to just surrender to our breath. That's the only thing. And shamans are always there. A true shaman will always be connected to its their own clan, community, or the ancestors. Okay, you will mostly see a tribal person with lot many feathers. Okay, we're holding all the tools of Paleolithic age and Stone Age, and they'll be standing. They'll come. They'll tell you what you are, and they'll tell you where you need to go. They'll guide you. They'll twist your mind completely if you are not going in the right path, and put you in the right way with all the purity. All these kinds happen. We already talked about shamanic crisis yesterday. So the part and parcel is always there. So mostly shamanism is the most powerful community, we can say, because then they're not only just healing as a community as a whole, but they're also communicators, the beautiful communicators. Okay, this we can see. This is a tradition, a way of life. Yeah. New things about shamanism. It's a big thing. 7 years course cannot be given in 1 hour.
So, ma'am, did you feel the feeling of going to these courses because you've having these experiences which led you to, I could be a shamanic, or I need to do this course, or you want to increase the ability of this? That's why you did the course.
No, I did everything just because I want. Everyone said begin with Reiki, so I started. So after that, somebody said go for this course. I did it. Whoever said, not whoever in the sense, wherever I am following. Okay, I learned Reiki with one person. I did everything. Whatever they said, I did everything. Again, I was connected to intuitively. After learning Reiki, there was nothing much for me to learn with that person. So the next person came. I saw, I used to see ads in the paper. And those days, it was only ads in the paper. There was no text or anything. So I used to see, and because of Reiki, I already know somebody else is also talking about Reiki. So I wanted there much more to learn. So whatever they asked me to learn, I communicated with them. Then I said, I'm also a Reiki practitioner. Then whatever they asked, I did. Once, whatever I learned, everything, whatever they could give me, I learned everything. Automatically I shifted to another person, and then I learned everything from them. And again, the shift was always happening. Once with one person I finished everything, the rest came. And finally, when I connected to, after doing all the shamanic practices and everything, then the outer teachers stopped. After that, I never attracted. Then the inner teacher started awakening. Of course, that was there along all the time. I was doing the teaching all the time, but it was now my own things has to come out.
So, ma'am, like when we a group of say 10, 15 people, and then doing all of us doing meditation. So all these crises we discussed yesterday. So we're not all of gonna have those crises. We want all, like if you keep progressing, what I'm trying to say that a lot of people do meditation and keep doing the meditation, but not all of them end up having psychic abilities or clairvoyance or that sort of thing. So only few people might have like a past life or this life that triggers something and then they become that. So otherwise it's very smooth journey. So you don't have like, you can just keep practicing meditation and work on yourself.
Everyone will go through something or the other if they are committed to their practices. It depends on their commitment and their seriousness and their devotion and love towards that practice. Unless you devote yourself, it is not possible. Maybe in entire day, 30 minutes only you are sitting, but 30 minutes you are liking and you are loving to do that. Then things will flow. Oh, today I have to finish my schedule. I am sitting there. Things will not flow. Spirituality is all about your commitment and your devotion towards whatever you are doing, your passion. Unless you are passionate, it is not possible. That's the reason Krishna says, Sambhavami yuge yuge. If not, he could have said Dine Dine Kshane Kshane and all.
Okay.
There are many students, but the seekers are very few.
Yeah.
There's a question. Can you
From
raise your
Shivani.
psychic abilities even if you feel it's not much at the moment? Why should I raise? It is already there.
Ma'am, what I mean is like, yes, it's always there in everyone, but like intuition and everything, even if I feel like I'm trying to increase my intuition ability, I just keep on taking intuition tests here and there on TikToks. And sometimes like I've started to get 70% right, which are the easy ones. 30% is wrong. But then I'm thinking, can you increase it by any way? Or
By
meditation will
doing all that,
already,
you can increase.
we can increase.
What is psychic ability? Psychic ability is making your understanding, perception towards life more expansive. So you are able to see anything.
No, ma'am, like people who practice psychics or psychic mediums or clairvoyants, they sort of can tell you a little bit more what's going to happen in your future
Yeah.
and everything. So that's
Why?
Right.
Because the expansion has happened.
But can you
The third
force
eye.
yourself or come yourself to that expansion? That's what I'm asking. Or is it personal limitations or restrictions or abilities that will not let you reach there?
No. Anybody can reach. Anybody can reach at any extent. It is abundance. It's knowledge is
a
there
gift for
abundantly.
someone and not for others. It's just depending on if you,
Nothing like that. It's gift for everyone. Whether we want to enter the door or not is based on our choices, our readiness, our passion towards it, and rest all the things. Our life design. For me, I had to be in this. I had no other choice. Life didn't give
And
me any other option. It has simply threw me on this. No, this is it. Because I have the kind of experiences I have. whenever I shared, everyone was like, "Oh my God, this is the experience you had." But when all these experiences, I never had any kind of excitement or anything. And that was the experience. So what do I do? Absolutely, completely detached kind from any kind of experience I had. So maybe this was there, and I had to just open the door. That's all. I had to just walk step by step. Path was laid, everything was laid.
Snehaji, you can go with the raising hand today.
Yeah.
Just asking question randomly.
Uh, uh, no, I don't want to interrupt, so I just wanted to wait.
No. Thank you for that. Thanks.
So, ma'am, in one of the previous session, I expressed, my fear towards cats, and you said like cat is your power animal. So, I after that I was like, okay, maybe I'm overreacting or overthinking of my child and just hating that animal. Let's just not do it anymore or think about it. But I still see cat. I don't know why, because it is within me. Like I'm terrified, I will say. But luckily, there are no cats in my neighborhood, only dogs. So that's a relief. But if you, like you said, you will connect, you will know. Again, I'm asking Shivani just question, like, how will you know? How did you figure out that cat is my power animal, or how did you suggest?
Whenever you are in your lows,
Mm.
any animal will come you, cheer you up, make you laugh, make you light, and then leave.
Okay.
That is your uh, soulmate, twin soul, whatever you want to label it, you can label it your power animal or anything.
And
Yeah,
ma'am, they
actually,
will
like,
come in dream
yeah.
or meditation? Like, how will they come?
However, they might come. They have their own ways. They have their own
Mm.
ways. There is no proper guideline that through this only they might come. They might come anyways.
Because I collect a
The
lot of
only thing is
elephants.
they will not come to scare you. That's for sure.
Yeah, so I collect a lot of elephants. Like wherever I go, if there is something really cute, elephant, I'll take it. My husband says like your elephant collection is growing. I hope you don't get a baby elephant home. So he always say that, like, and I unconsciously get like different unique elephants or something. But that's why I'm surprised when you said like your power animal might be cat. So like, okay, how do you know? How do we connect? Because I'm so scared of a cat, even though
The
that
cat
poor
is
thing.
only reminding you to connect to your own abilities. You don't have to be scared. You are that reflection of you are that ability.
Okay.
Cats are highly psychic.
Yes. Yeah, I'm aware of that now. And they're like in India, they are very superstitious about cats also. But again,
When
in Egypt,
yeah,
they
they
they are
have
auspicious.
superstitions because they are psychic. They can sense every presence, so people don't want to. Obviously, they don't want to know that there is any dark frequency also walking in. People don't want to know
Yeah,
about it, and
yeah.
cats keep telling you that.
The other thing regarding the power animal, I this is a Mexican belief. So I see different movies, and then I understood like when you said power animal, power spirit, uh, you have to embrace it. Then I connected to an animation movie, Coco. Over there, they explicitly say about all these power animals and how important it is for you to connect to your power animal and how to build confidence. So when you said the same thing, I was like, oh, okay, maybe I just related to that movie. So
It's
you watch, you will
Siberian
understand
and Native
more.
Americans. It's a culture
Native
from
American.
there. But every tribal community, it is basically the tribal community. So every region has its origins from some or the other tribal community. So it comes everywhere.
Yeah. Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah.
Ma'am, just a question, like if you are in some sort of negative stage, or I heard somewhere somebody said that when you are in some negative sort of stage, you attract that sort of spirits in you. They sort of come back to you and then, merge with you, and then your sorrow becomes more intense, and then your greed becomes more intense, because all those greedy souls around us, they sort of find a purpose with you, or sort of same vibration, and they just sort of merge in you. Is it correct?
Yeah, it is correct. But what is negative energy? Your frequencies will attract the similar kind of frequencies. Okay. If I'm in a very lonely state, I have too much of loneliness inside, I have too much of wounds inside, and I'm not looking into it. So I'll be attracting based on that only, whether the situations, external situations, or even the spirit world.
Spiritual beings, yeah.
Okay, I'll be attracting the same thing, and it is doubling all the time.
Yeah. So when you attracting them, like for example, somebody give an example, like people in a depression or that sort of state, and their depression go deeper because of all these spirits they're attracting. So I guess if you start doing meditation practices and that sort of thing, and you're understanding your emotions, they just automatically disappear. Or you
No,
any
meditation will
special.
not help at that point of time. They cannot sit for practices.
So
It is impossible
what
for
they
them to
do?
sit for practices. If I'm already dealing with few cases and such, so keep interacting, allowing them to talk, whatever is aggression. Sometimes they speak some different languages. When they speak some different language, I speak my different languages. So these things happen. Neither I understood their language, they understood my language. No clue, but we keep talking. Sometimes they are tired because they understand only frequency. Language, words doesn't make any sense there. That's only frequency. I'm not interested in communicating with the human body, with that individual mind. I'm interested in communicating what is more attracting inside, the frequency inside it. I'm just trying to communicate to that.
Ma'am, have you heard of Sahaj Yoga
Yes.
meditation? What, I know we are live, but you choose not to say anything. But
No clue about it. I just heard the word. I have no clue
okay.
about it.
Yeah, I'm just interested to know if you ever heard about them, and then maybe in later session, maybe if you ever can tell me. Like I know, yeah, they give you your beej mantra or something like that, and then you can practice on that and really um, help you come out sometime the situations.
See, any mantra is like in mantra topic also we did. Mantra is tra is liberation. So you are liberating from your man is all the place where all the emotions stored. Okay,
Mm.
liberating from all these emotions is mantra. So any mantra chanting can help us in dealing with it.
Yeah, because when I was bit very nervous about, I got only one unique issue, which is my. So when I was dealing with that, I asked, and she gave me one mantra. So she said, "Oh, practice this mantra on your Manipura chakra, and then gather that energy and throw." So you have to say that mantra a couple of times, gather the energy and throw. Every time I'm feeling like I'm helpless, I can't do this weight journey anymore, I do the practice that, and I feel the change within 1 or 2 days, that I have gained energy back in me to fight this thing again. So I always thinking, will that have that such power in them? Or
Yes, you because in this you are first is used to you're standing for yourself and your commitment towards healing yourself. So you are back in your own power. Anyone, if your mind is strong, nothing against can happen to you.
I was about to say, I don't know about the mantra. Maybe psychologically it's putting an impact on you that you're reciting it and that's why it's making a
Mm,
difference?
no, Shivani ji, I think
No,
I
mantras work. Mantras do work. That is the main essence of that mantras. Every mantra is holding, the syllables are holding some essence, some intention of whatever is the creator,
Yeah.
whoever has created it. We are actually connecting to, through the mantra, we are connecting to that intention. So intention
Yeah.
will work.
Yeah.
Yeah, I practice this mantra, plus I practice there one or two other practices, and I find the relief was very active, very straight away. And when I was practicing that meditations, my in chakra healing was happening very quickly. I can sense the chakra healing very quickly within few sessions. And I was that time I was get scared and I stopped the practice because of thinking I felt inside that I'm not ready yet for the chakra or my kundalini awakening. So I stopped because I'm thinking I'm still the old person with a lot of faults and defaults. I probably need to heal them.
And never come to a conclusion that you are not ready. Never come to that kind of states.
Don't?
Never come to the states of you are not ready. If you are not ready, a particular thing will not come in front of you.
But ma'am, don't you say like sometimes people have a kundalini awakening, but they're not ready yet, and then it troubles you a lot. People
That
have,
is mind. That is mind. That is absolutely mind.
so when you're feeling like you still have a lot of jealous in you, hatred in you, and that sort of feelings, name it the defaults, and then you're practicing kundalini healing, and then you feel kundalini
It's okay
awakening.
because the minute you are practicing Kundalini healing, your chakras are supposed to be healed. And as your chakras are getting better and activated and healing, all these qualities are also going, right?
Mm,
Just,
yeah.
just because somebody has initiated you to Kundalini awakening will not happen just like that. By force, if anybody, there are some systems, by force they awaken the Kundalini. Those systems are wrong.
Yeah. And then my second issue was like the person who is the founder of that meditation group. They just have like Ganeshas and everything on her feet, and I couldn't relate to that. So, and I
You
do have
can't relate to it.
an issue with the masculine
That's
energy.
a
I
sign.
feel I have a
If
issue.
you're not relating to any kind of knowledge or anything, that means it is not for you at that point of time.
Yeah. Okay. Perfect. Thank you,
That's
ma'am.
what, whatever is for you, it will come and stand in front of you. It will be there.
And if
And if
it's
you keep
gone,
your
if
close,
I
it
leave
is
it,
a
it means it's
statement.
supposed to go.
Hanji?
If I let it go, it means I'm supposed to leave.
If you are letting it go, say the door is open, and if you are thinking that, maybe I'm not ready, or maybe this is not the way, and you kept your door closed, then again when things would come back to you, no clue. You have to wait for that time. Your evolution is also depending on that. Without surrender, evolution cannot process.
Ma'am, for
Surrender has
that we say, everything comes to you for the right time. So if you're not ready, probably that's not the right time, isn't it?
no. You are not ready because of your mind issues.
So
You have
that
trust issues. You have something else. Our
so
minds
now
are
there are
not
two
bigger than life.
contradictory points. One is that you believe that everything comes to you at the right time, and second thing is you don't know what is right, what is wrong, because
You know
you are not
everything.
well aware.
You know everything. Your mind is not aware of it. And unless mind knows it, we don't want to do it. Okay. And spirituality will not happen like that. Spirituality is a place of all kind of surrenderness. Even the darkness is coming and taking over. If you surrender, even those things will happen very quickly. And even the dark souls are, I can tell you for sure, no spirit is actually coming to harm you. They're only trying to remove all that unwanted things from you and make a fresh paper out of you. We have to just surrender. Once you surrender, nothing can do any harm to you. Everything will be a stepping stone towards, the upper graph.
Thank you, ma'am.
Never think, I'm not ready. I'm ready. Let life decide.
Yep.
Sure. Thanks, ma'am.
Yeah. Yes, Tanuja ji.
Hello, ma'am. Like coming to this shamanism, so everyone does have this quality within us itself. Am I right?
Yeah.
Uh, Basically, I come across connecting with nature a lot, like plants, birds, dogs, cats. Whenever I communicate, it'll be like so quick. They come to me. Like few of them know my bird story, baby bird story. I still feel like so happy connecting to that bird and all. Still, it comes to my house. Like I met that bird in old house when we were used to be. I told that bird, I'm moving to other place. Wherever you be, just come to me. I'll gonna feed you food whenever you come to me. Like it has been a gap in between, but one fine day it came and I'm able to identify that's the bird. It got hurt for one leg, so always it stands with only one leg. The other leg it drops and holds again. So one day after coming to this house, I have seen that and I was like so happy and surprised. And I asked that bird, if you are the same bird, can you come again and uh, like just come and see me tomorrow again? Then again the next day it came to near my window and it is on the other fence. And I was like, okay, you are the one. I'm happy you came. So in that way, I always connect to birds, dogs, cats. Even one cat, it's like someone else cat near our area. I always see that cat and so get so excited. It's so fluffy like a doll. It's like light yellow and white combination, like a kind of doll only. Whenever I see, I just want to play and enjoy with that cat. Initially, it didn't used to come. One day, I sat in front of that cat, little bit far. I just seen into her that cat's eye, and I told, I don't harm you. Trust me. I feel like playing with you, can you come to me within a minute or like that, within below than a minute it came to me and started playing with me. I felt like okay, I feel like okay, we can connect to animals. Now after coming to today's session, now I came to know, okay, we do have these things within us. The way we communicate, so they'll get understand of what we are telling. And I felt so happy. Okay, I have this quality within me. So it's good to know this. So by practicing and more communicating, being connected to nature, that gives more things, I guess. I'll gonna
Yes.
implement more. Thank you, ma'am.
Your the psychic abilities also will improve much more better.
Okay. If,
Sharpen.
hmm.
This these things will only sharpen it.
Okay. Even coming to the plants, basically, I don't buy particularly. I just bring somewhere or the other stem. Through my grandmother, I learned that jointing two stems and keeping in the pot, it naturally comes up. I just tell to the plant, like whatever stem I bring, I would like to take care of you completely. Can you grow up in my house? And that way, I put it in a pot or in ground, it happily grows and shoots up with lot of flowers, lot of roots and all. I enjoy seeing that way.
Wonderful.
Thank-
Wonderful. Very nice. Yeah.
Ma'am,
Yeah.
yeah, I have I want to contribute one thing where Namita and Shivani was struggling, like the situation where they are saying when we are not ready or ready, like embracing the situation or not. Yes, I am the true example of it. If you don't understand, do not accept the things on the time, you can fall in the spiritual emergency situation where I found myself after the struggle of, I can say, almost 8 to 9 years. In 2013, Piranic healing, it came to me. I just did 2 3 session, and I after that, okay, no, it's not for me. It's something like this. Okay, not meant for me, because there was a lot much pain in it in the beginning. I dropped after that art of living, after the Sadhguruji. It's like all the practices I was keep doing, but just dropping it. So the two things happen there. Might be my like essence what I was needing that time, it was not matching. But the things were coming, I was dropping, I was closing the door completely. And the situations were becoming more worse and worse and worse. And when I went up to this point that, okay, the surrenderness, let every do be done by the universe now for me, that like the thing, it comes up, always be ready, whatever opportunity comes, just give a try with the complete surrenderness. You will get to know whether we need to go through with this, and what we have to get it, we will get and move on. And on my question, ma'am, now, like when you said with the spirit animals, power animals, we attract them, there is two things you mentioned: when we are low or when we need the essence. Is it like every time whenever we are low we need the essence? It is not, it can be the situation when need like the kind of the upgradation, because all animals have their own essence. We have to learn, and evaluation will go on. So the low frequency and the essence, is it related always, or sometimes
Yes,
the
it is
situation
related
has
always.
always?
That is what is upgradation is. Even the
Yeah,
low
it's the same.
frequency, you are in the low frequency, it needs an upgradation. That is the reason the help has come.
Okay, so every moment you are just, if you are upgrading the lower pattern, like it's a stepwise. So
Yes.
another frequency
Not
becoming
always
lower now
power
might
animal
be.
will come. Not every
So,
time power animal will come.
yeah, definitely.
Power animal comes only, it is that moment is very important, where it is going to give a change to the community.
Okay, for the community change sometimes here, because in my
If you
dreams,
are healing,
particular.
it is going to heal 1,000 people, then it will definitely come and help you.
Okay,
And
because
if it
once
is
my
for
dream
your
was,
individual thing, help
yeah.
will come to you, but not necessarily power animal has to come.
Hmm. So that's a kind of the signal for you to work on your this part. Like it's a time to work on, basically. That's an alarming situation, alarming or something. The reminder, it's just for you. Okay,
To
because I
attract
usually
all
see.
kinds of help from all entire spirit world, be passionate about this path. That's all. Be passionate.
With
Be exciting
every
all the
like
time.
15 20 days, I keep seeing the dreams, like sometimes some animal. So what I usually do on the Google, I start taking the like the feeds, what is the spiritual quality of this animal, and then start relating my points on that. Okay, where I am facing it on. So this is the same way we can just work on ourselves.
Yes, yes, yes. It can be done.
Right, ma'am. That's for me today. Thank you very much. Now I will be a little more careful with the animal seeing. And yes, with the dogs part, definitely. I was going through with one book. It was The Soul's Journey. And that time I got to know about the part, yeah, like about the consciousness. Ki everybody is having the similar, same thing. Why you are being afraid of an animal when it is coming to you? When you go with the oneness part, just go see them with the same feel. It won't attack you at all, because they are very, very sensitive. Whatever emotion we are carrying in us, we pass it to them, and how they attack or just they jump on you. And the same day or the couple of times I tried, like so big jumbo, like the dogs, they are walking on the street two, and I'm like walking daily now. Okay, no worries, nothing going to happen, we all are same. But it's in a progression, we are on a more. And yes, these things work so beautifully, ma'am. Thank you for making
Yes.
more clearly on this topic. Thank you. But today's topic is having so much of information. I couldn't relate at some points. Like it was looking this much big course in a crash
I
course you have
only said
given.
A, B, C, D. That's all.
Crash course भी नहीं लगा मैम आज तो. But yes, few things I got little more clarity on it. Uh, So thank you so much, ma'am, for this soul designer session you had done with us. So wonderfully, we all had gone with this journey. Hey,
Yes.
Tanuja, do you want to say something? Your hand is still raised.
Oh
No,
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 that's a
sorry.
good one. I think.
Okay, no worries. So on behalf of all the team members of PMC Australia, ma'am, we are really very thankful and a sincere gratitude to you for taking
Yes.
these sessions and give us this beautiful journey. And we heartfully invite you for tomorrow's session where we all wanted to pay sincere our gratitude, our journey, how we had all gone through with all those days. And I request all the masters to join please tomorrow and share your experiences with ma'am. And we will move forward as ma'am suggests with the exam. And whomsoever will be ready for the next journey, they will be passed on, and the rest all will wait for the next. So
Yeah.
thank
Yeah.
you so much.
Okay.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you all. It was really, really, really wonderful. Knowing you all are touchwood, amazing beings. I can say that. Very sweet and amazing.
Thank you, ma'am.
Ma'am, beauty
Okay.
lies in the
See you
eyes of
tomorrow then.
beholder.
Anji?
Law of attraction,
Ma'am, I
ma'am.
said beauty lies in
All
the eyes of beholder.
Okay.
Definitely, ma'am.
Okay.
This is a
so,
good
ma'am, we
session.
Chalo, see
all
you all
are
tomorrow
applying now, all 7 mirrors here. Like, okay, how we all are attracting each other and every all these things. Slowly, yes. But, ma'am, having you like this with the way we had you on our platform, that was amazing. Like, we all were ready, or either like it was the journey predestined with you, like to go through on this path. And yes, we had an awesome one already and hope to
Thank
go
you.
for the more as well.
Yeah, sure.
And ma'am, can we have like a tomorrow when we're meeting, sort of, if you can let us know what, as I think Kanchan mentioned, I'm not sure if it's going to be separate session or that we can include in this one.
Separate.
This
Separate.
separate?
Tomorrow we will going with the gratitude part only because the session will be longer otherwise. Because
Mm.
I know all of us need at least I requested 5 to 10 minutes only, but this will pass on 10 minutes. We can't finish, so probably the whole session will go with the gratitude. And ma'am said on Monday we will be having a more
Yes.
Oh,
broader
okay.
picture of the soul architect program.
No,
Yeah.
thank you.
Okay. Chalo, see
Okay,
you
ma'am.
tomorrow.
Thank you. Good night,
Thank you,
ma'am.
Thank
ma'am.
you so
Thank
much,
you.
ma'am. Thank
So
you.
much.
Thank you, all
Thank
the
you.
masters.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank you, ma'am. Bye.
you.